Hello and welcome to Nope There's Only Trash Here podcast, episode 48. The date today is the 30th of March 2014. So this week joining me as always is the impeccable Mr. McLuckable.
Impeccable, nice.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well, you didn't like the Tenacious, was that it?
I know, I like Tenacious. That's good.
Okay, well then we have the tenacious Mr. McLuckable, but also joining us, it's been a long time, is the impeccable Proto Mario.
I get the second best, huh? That's great.
Impeccable's a positive thing, though. That's positive.
That's good, Tom. That's good.
Listen, I only have so many words. I'm not a wordsmith. You just get what you're given.
Buy a dictionary.
You buy a dictionary.
Webster.
No.
Okay, so Proto, it's good to have you back, because I think in the time that you were last on, you're now a big star on YouTube.
I guess I have to wear sunglasses inside nowadays.
Oh, no.
Go to the store, I have to wear sunglasses. Hey, that's Proto Mario right there, even though no one's seen my face. So.
Well, you probably shouldn't be in that Proto/Mario outfit that you wear all the time.
That's true. That's true. I probably shouldn't have Proto Man sunglasses, and I shouldn't have a shirt saying, "Hey, I'm Proto Mario."
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel. It's sick.
I actually literally ordered business cards for that purpose because a lot of the shops I go to have a business card section. Some of the shops even have like chalkboards set up where you can just draw messages. A lot of dicks get drawn, but other than that, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. But I guess,
so,
like you have around 86,000?
I think I'm almost to 90 right now, but I kind of stopped counting.
You know it's going up. You don't even have to pay attention to it anymore.
Basically.
So the first thing I wanted to mention is that I wanted to get your opinion on the Game Theorists, because we talked about it last week, and obviously you listened, and I said that they've done good stuff in the past, but that video was it was bollocks, and just I don't know what it was. So I know you've had some run-ins with them, so I don't know what your opinion is about all this.
Firstly, let me say that I don't mind what the Game Theorist does. Okay, regardless to if he copies or doesn't copy, I don't care. But a few things you should know is that he has a 3-man crew. So he has like an audio engineer, an editor, he has himself who writes the scripts and comes up with the ideas, and then he has a third guy doing stuff also. So it's a 3-man team, and I'm not defending him at all, because what he said was pretty retarded. I mean, it just... Look, man, you love the guy, and you go to his video, and you like his video before you even watch it, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh, this one's fucking stupid. So people can put out videos that you like, that you do not agree with, and you do not have to sit there and agree with them, even if you don't agree with them.
Yeah, there's respecting someone's opinion,
yeah,
but then there's someone just being so twisting stuff that you can't really defend it.
I don't even know why he would attack the Wii U like that. That's not even a theory, really, honestly. I know I run a Pokemon theory show, and some of my theories are iffy at best, whether or not they're a theory, but that definitely wasn't a theory. I mean, it's not a video game, it's not an in-game theory. It's, you look back on the past, and you're equating that to the future state of Nintendo, when Nintendo is owning the market on handhelds. You know?
Yeah, there's just this big Nintendo's going down attitude on the internet, and I don't like people doing that, because it's not true.
It's not true. The 3DS is ripping Sony's asshole a new one. You know, look, if you don't fucking believe me, that's fine. Okay? If you go to school, just first 20 people you see, ask them if they have a PS Vita, and ask them if they have a 3DS. Same thing if you don't go to school, you go to work. Same thing, ask them if their kids have one. I guarantee you, man, there ain't barely anyone that has a damn PS Vita. I don't know anyone personally that has a Vita. I don't know a single person.
Yep, same here. If they have one, it's 3DS.
I mean, so they're ripping apart the market. But a couple of the things that he said was kind of retarded. in regards to how he equated the Virtual Boy to the Wii U. First off, the Virtual Boy is well, let me just not say but rather was marketed as a mobile system. Okay, I don't know what crack they were smoking, but yeah, it was marketed as a mobile system. So, whatever. And secondly, it was a pretty big flop and only had 12 games made for it in the US and several more in Japan, but not really like a lot. So you take the numbers that the Virtual Boy sold, and you say, well, the Wii U's only sold 3 million units, and you compare it to the Virtual Boy, when the Virtual Boy didn't even sell 300 million. I don't even, not 300, but 3 million. I don't think the Virtual Boy even sold that much.
No, it sold like 1 point something. And he puts that number in the video, like right at the beginning. It's like, yeah, this is how much the Virtual Boy sold, here's how much the Wii U sold. And then just seem to completely ignore that fact so he can get his argument out there. When really, you should be keeping to the facts, not ignoring them.
Yeah, exactly. And, you don't need extra accessories for the Wii U. And nowadays, with Wii U bundles, okay, on Nintendo's website, they're selling refurbished Wii U Deluxes with a copy of Nintendo Land for $200. $200. And that comes with everything you need to play your Wii U and play a game. Of course, if you want to pull out a little bit more money, you could get the Super Mario U edition with the Luigi U DLC for free, or you could buy the Zelda edition and get Zelda with it. And I went to a game shop where they were willing to throw in Mass Effect 3 with whatever game it came with. So it's complete and total bullshit what he was saying. Oh, you gotta buy this. Oh, you gotta buy that. No. With a PlayStation 4 you do. With an Xbox One you do, but not with the Wii U, not anymore. And I don't own one. I have no reason to defend the system. I do not own it.
No, but the Virtual Boy had batteries, and the Wii U gamepad has batteries, so same console.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tom. We shouldn't stop playing our games after 3 hours and take a break. No, we should sit on our asses for 3 hours and just keep gaming until the batteries die in the controller. Like, dude, people get up, take a piss. People get up and they need to eat. People want to get their eyes off of those LEDs so they don't have images burned in their skulls. People like to take breaks, man. Not everyone games for 11 hours straight on their Wii U.
And you can charge and play. It's an AC adapter. You plug it in, and you can just charge as you're playing. So it's not like you actually have to stop. You just got to plug it in. Oh, there we go.
Right. Look, man, like I said, I'm not hating on the dude. He's made incredible theories before. Some of them better than others. But this isn't a theory. It's just trashing the Wii U to get views.
Well, that's the only reason we're talking about it, because this guy has come up with some good videos and says he's the game theorist, but then you can't just make this video that doesn't fit in. If you're someone who always talked like that, then it would be a bit better, but nobody subscribes to him to see him just slag off the Wii U for no reason.
Well, I have a pretty solid policy with when I try to talk about things like that. I don't entitle them Pokemon Theory, the Wii U is garbage, because people are going to be like, what the fuck, Proto, you're an idiot. But yet, the game theorist does it when he's not discussing video games, and seemingly most of his subscribers are okay with it. And instead of focusing on the core problems of the Wii U and its lack of third-party support as the reason why it's not taking off and being successful, or the fact that the market has changed and Nintendo, instead of going down the same path as fucking computers, instead of just cranking up the graphics and the visuals and everything else to make the system look pretty, they decide to, oh my god, go down the route of innovation. Everyone in the comment section are saying, hey, look at my cock, it's bigger than your cock. And that's literally exactly what's happening with the video. So instead of any real discussion, that's what you get.
Yep, because if you make a video that's so biased one way and you don't present the other side of it, where it's like, okay, here are the pros of the Wii U and here are the cons of the Wii U, you're just going to get people just hating on each other and just not even trying to have any sort of discussion. It's just like, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, and then that's as far as you ever get.
Yep, that's why you got to be careful about what you say, man.
Okay, so before we move on, Joe, did you end up watching the video at all?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You loved it, right?
I thought it was great.
Damn it.
I don't know. I'd heard you rant about it, so maybe I went in there with a negative opinion beforehand, but it still seemed kind of weird. Although, the thing is, I don't know if it was because I saw it quite a while after it was uploaded, but I looked at the comments, and a few of them, were kind of pointing out what you mentioned, so it seems like there are some people that are calling them out for this, which is good.
Yeah, I would think so, but it's still got like at least 1 million views, and there's very little dislikes. Like, I don't use the dislike system, but most people do, and it's like an overwhelming majority are people liking the video. So I think people might kind of disagree with what he's saying, but still think it's like a good video. And it's like worthwhile listening to, and it's just the other side of the argument, when really it's just trying to get people pumped up.
You know what that is? It's because smart people don't use dislikes.
Oh,
they just move on, and therefore all smart people just left.
I think another contributing factor is that it's pretty. He's got good animations.
Yeah.
So people want to see that shit.
Yeah. Technical quality, it's all there. I can't fault him for that. Okay, so let's move on to some news. And then the first thing we're going to talk about is not really that gaming related, really. We called him a hypocrite for not doing the right thing, but we don't talk about games half the time, but whatever, it's fine. The first thing is that Facebook brought out Oculus Rift for $2 billion. Now, let's try and stick to the facts here. Nothing else has really been announced from this, because obviously people are kind of reacting very negatively towards it. But the only thing that has happened due to this, or how the Oculus Rift has changed, is that Minecraft has been cancelled. Not sure that this happened. Says, I think Facebook are creepy, which I think was his exact, what he said.
Yeah, that was his quote, yes.
Yeah, so now Minecraft is not coming to the Oculus Rift at all. If you listen to the podcast, you know that I don't like the Oculus Rift, because I think people give it more credit than it deserves because it was crowdfunded. Because, we put money towards it, that means it must be good. And then people kind of have a little play, but they're not a real company. So I was kind of happy that this happened, because it does make them a bit more legit, having a real company behind them, having this real value, having more resources. It makes them a bit better. But I don't think people should be reacting that negatively just yet. Maybe in a month's time when they announce some stuff, but not just yet.
Yeah, I got a few more things to add to what Notch said.
Okay.
He also stated that the real reason. I mean, I know what he said. What he said is what he said. He said the real reason is that, let me get it straight here.
Okay.
He said that Facebook is not interested in its personnel, but rather than just growing its numbers and its interest, and that's all it is good for.
So pretty much he's saying if he then went into putting Minecraft, because really if he made it for the Oculus Rift, this would mean that Minecraft would be for Facebook. There would be Facebook integration with Minecraft.
Well, there's another thing also. The thing was that they also stated that it wasn't going to be a direct Minecraft port, but a scaled down version that was unique and specially exclusive to the Oculus Rift, just like there's a cell phone version that's scaled down for cell phones.
Because, you could just play PC Minecraft with the Oculus Rift, right?
Exactly, yeah. And there are modifications out there and modders that have been doing this for tons of games. where it just lets you use the Oculus Rift to basically look around with the mouse instead, and then you can click your mouse and that does the same thing.
Right. Because, I don't know, I don't know exactly what this means, because it could mean that Oculus Rift is now going to be all about just Facebook. But then at the same time, it could mean that Facebook might just own that company and then just fund them. No. I've got more information for you, Tom. Ooh.
Also, the person who owns Facebook, his name always slips my mind, but the founder, he stated that he was excited to get into Oculus Rift because there are plenty of opportunities to grow the audience and add revenues. So
pretty much their plan, it sounds like, is that they're gonna, because the Oculus Rift has not officially been released, so before that when it does get released, it's going to be like, hey, the Oculus Rift, Facebook, because currently there's no like games for the thing.
Here's the thing, Zuckerberg, that's his name.
Yeah, there you go.
Because there was a lot of this, uproar and stuff about it, especially on Reddit and things. So I was like, all right, fair enough, whatever. But then I actually went and looked at what he said, because he did a post about it, like kind of announcing it. And if he's a man of his word, I don't know. From the sounds of it, it seems like things are still in good nick, because this is what he says. Like, this is a quote from the Facebook thing. Technology opens up possibility of completely new kinds of experiences. Immersive gaming will be the first, and Oculus already has big plans that won't be changing, and we hope to accelerate.
Right.
So,
because
that.
Because I read that the main guy, or what they're saying, Oculus, is that this is good because it means it's going to be a better product and we can sell it for a lower cost because we now have this big company behind them.
Mm. Yeah.
But I see, the thing is, I think the reason why people are reacting so badly towards this, because suddenly the Oculus Rift, which represented people supporting creativity and crowdfunding and making sure something really interesting got made, has now turned into, or been brought by, like, the biggest corporate evil company. So it's not even really about the ramifications at this point, it's just that this company turned from being awesome to the big evil thing that everything else. Yeah.
Sellouts. I'm very curious about one thing. I was excited for the Oculus Rift for one reason. I can see first-person horror genres, i.e. Doom, being an extreme success on that system. I can see the Oculus just dominating the horror genre market in first-person modes, and it would sincerely be scary. Getting immersed, not being able to see anything but the screen, looking around, that's great. And they were developing Doom 4 for it. So the one thing I'm very curious about is how John Carmack feels about all this, because he left id for Oculus Rift recently, and I just wonder if he's shitting his pants right now, and he's like just shaking his head like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, because there's
what I mean?
Yeah, there's no way that they can stay on the exact same path. Like, they can say that nothing's going to change, but there's no way. Facebook just brought a company, they're going to review the whole company, something is going to get changed around. Now, whether, like, Doom 4 is going to get cancelled for the thing, it's hard to say at this point. Yeah, it's
I honestly think it will be cancelled.
Okay.
I don't see it doing that. I don't see him wanting to continue.
Yeah, I can see that, because that's it. Now, every single company that was behind the Oculus Rift now has to make a choice. They either have to get on board and, stick with it, keep developing for the thing, and just see where they go and hope that the Facebook stuff doesn't take over. Or, now they have another option, because Project Morpheus just got announced. So if they want to keep with that hardcore crowd and that hardcore sort of gamer mentality, they can now just jump over to the PS4 and Project Morpheus and make their game for that console, which has a lot of power under the hood. They can make it quite easily. So I find it kind of hard to see if any company is going to stick with Oculus now that this second option has opened up.
I know a company that will. Sony.
Oh.
High fives Oh, wait. No one wants that fucking feature anyways. Never mind.
Why, you not a fan of the Project Morpheus?
Oh, no. Something funny, and I can't remember if this is 100% true. I'm not trying to spread rumors, but I do recall Oculus Rift approaching Sony, and Sony being like, yeah, nah, man, we're cool. And when they revealed the VR that they have, I was like, huh. And this also kind of is weird, because, okay, Sony has implemented features to allow instant streaming and clips and sharing on Facebook. So that means Sony and Facebook have some pretty close ties. You know, I mean, the Wii U doesn't have that, but a lot of things do, okay? So let's just put that on the back burner. But Sony now has its own virtual reality headset. Facebook bought its own virtual reality headset. So what's this gonna do to that feature that's all over the PlayStation 4?
Well, if I had to guess, I would guess that they're going to drop the Facebook integration and then maybe move on to something else, or maybe just leave it, and then Facebook... Or maybe they'll keep it going, but then the virtual reality that Oculus have will just be focused on social media, because if they try and take over gaming, then Sony's not going to like that, and then they'll fall out. So I think that is something that will stop them from trying to compete directly with Sony. But then I guess the PS4 probably will have less cool features when it comes to the Facebook integration on their headset.
Yeah, that's how I don't know, man. The future we live in, I never imagined ever in my life.
What, virtual reality?
I did imagine that because the Virtual Boy.
Woo!
Which, look, man, I'm gonna just get this out there. I don't care how much of a crap shitfest anyone thinks that system was. It worked. It worked. For the 1990s, it worked. It was shitty to look at, but it provided depth within the very few games it did have, and it worked very well. It works as well as the 3DS does today. It's just really shitty to play and look at.
Well, that's why I don't respect Oculus Rift that much, because they didn't invent virtual reality. They were just the ones around at the right time. Like, virtual reality has always been around, so it's not like it was a new idea. It was just, let's do it now.
Right. I'm just waiting for holograms to come out. Hologram gaming.
That's right. They're gonna... A company's gonna go on Kickstarter and say, hey, we can do holograms, and then they make it, and then MySpace is gonna buy them out, and it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, no.
And then Twitter's going to buy MySpace, and then it's going to liquidate that, and then everyone's going to feel bad.
No.
Oh.
And Justin Timberlake will be rich.
Yep.
Hey, what? Have I missed something here?
Yeah.
No.
Justin Timberlake brought MySpace.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like the guy, like a year or two ago. I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was big headlines.
I'm sure.
There's another guy that had it. Jack Black had it for a while.
Oh god, not him.
Yeah, he did. For a while.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But no, so there's not too much to say about the Oculus Rift until something actually changes. But I can see why some people are upset. But I had no attachment to this project, so it's like, okay, whatever. Who cares?
I mean, if a lower price, then that's a good thing, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, but again, that's like something that could happen because of this, but we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, for me, who I didn't take part in the Kickstarter, I have no attachments like you, I don't care,
You know,
as long as it's something good at the end.
I'd like to bring up one more thing. If you know your gaming history, which I do, you can call me Professor Protomario. No, but I'm just kidding about that. But seriously, the Atari company in the 1980s were going through a bad time, and they did some pretty bad shit. They made a rival company, to make the same thing they made to compete to drive up prices for their products, which is blatantly illegal nowadays. But when they hit rock bottom, they were bought out by Time Warner. I don't know if you guys know that. Or not Time Warner, Warner Brothers at the time. And they kind of sunk hardcore. And the leader of the company, Nolan Bushnell, he wanted to go a different direction with the company. He wanted to have cable downloads for DLC and direct download for games into the Atari, and Warner Brothers didn't want that, and eventually they fired him because of the indifference and opinions that he had. And the moral of the story is that Nintendo's around today, and Atari makes, well, some decent games every now and again.
I couldn't name the last one.
Well, there you go. That's my point exactly. It's the same thing. Warner Brothers had no real experience in a gaming company, and they bought Atari, and they sank it to the bottom depths of the sea. Then Jack Tramiel bought it out, and just a lot of bad shit happens when companies that have no real experience with the product that they're buying get into it and think they can just run it because the people that they're buying it from know what they're doing. And then they themselves, okay, Facebook, look, we want to put ads on this game. You can't put ads right here. Well, we don't care. We're going to put an ad right here. We don't care what you say. Look, you can't put an ad right here. People will hate it. Look, we're doing it anyways. Game flops because people hate where the ads are. What happened with the game? You said it was a good game. We told you not to put the ads there, and you did it anyways. You're fucking fired. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen.
So you think Facebook's philosophy with games like Dungeon Keeper and all those social media sorts of games are going to sink the Oculus Rift eventually?
Yes. I honestly think, unless they can get some serious third-party support, they're going to sink.
Interesting
That's
stuff.
depressing.
Yeah, it always is.
Welcome to the podcast.
I mean, here's another thing to think about. Microsoft, Nintendo. How about these other third-party game company developers for cell phones? Okay? How about, let me think here. I'm trying to think of, like, really out there games. Steam. Okay? Why would you seek funding from Facebook? Why would you not go to one of these personnel? Why? Why not even a third-party company? Atlas, Capcom, Konami. These are big companies that have been around for a minute. Why would you go to Facebook?
Well, I would guess that they didn't go to Facebook, but because they're not a real company, Facebook was like, hey, 2 million or 2 billion and we'll buy you. And, what person would say no if you weren't a real businessman? But if you were a real businessman, you would haggle, you would go shop around. But if you're just a small company, you would just say yeah. And I don't think there was much negotiating here.
Right, that's exactly how I feel, man. Man, imagine if they had teamed up with Nintendo.
That would have been
over.
Yeah, that would have been great.
It'd been over.
I think Nintendo are probably going to do their own virtual reality thing next gen, and Microsoft probably would as well.
Well, not if you're the game theorist.
Oh, no way. Nintendo will be long gone by that point.
It'll be dead. But, whatever. I don't care.
Okay, so let's move on to some rumors slash facts. I say rumors slash facts because they haven't been officially properly announced, but yeah, pretty much. So the first one is that The Last of Us is coming to the PS4, and Proto, you were saying how this is actually not a proper port or remake?
Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a few things that you can use to discern this, logically speaking. I'm not saying you're illogical. I'm just saying if you think really hard on it, you can figure it out. First off, The Last of Us has already been developed, published, and put on the PlayStation 3. Why would they go through the trouble of porting it, upscaling it properly? Remember, upscaling something from 720 or 1080 to a different resolution, it's not proper if you just upscale it. You have to go in and individually upscale each texture. Okay, you can't just. I mean, if you want to see it for yourself, just go look at the Fable remake. You can see the difference. So, they're gonna release it on PlayStation Now. I can almost guarantee you, and it's gonna be a game that you can rent or purchase and live stream through their service on any platform, including the PlayStation 4.
Okay, so you can just stream the PS3 version online on your PS4.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense because Naughty Dog are a company who stick by their guns and do what they want to do, and they've never done remakes. They just don't do it. The closest they got was the Jak and Daxter HD collection, which they didn't do. A different company was hired by Sony to do it.
That.
Yeah, so I don't think, unless Sony outsources a remake, there's no way Naughty Dog is going to be doing that. And they might, but yeah, the PlayStation Now makes more sense than Sony outsourcing The Last of Us to someone else.
Yeah, it's not as expensive to make an entire new game as it is to upscale in HD, but to still, instead of just sticking it on a streaming service and sticking it on the PS4, you know, like you don't even need the PS4, dude. You just need a controller and an internet connection and a TV, and you could literally play it.
Well, the only reason I can think why they would remake it rather than PlayStation Now is because of the film. But then the film is like 2-3 years away, so if they are going to do it, they'll wait until then rather than do it this year.
I think it would lose a lot of its steam by that time anyways.
Yeah, but that's why you put it out there and be like, put a definitive edition after the name, and then people will buy it, just like they did with the Tomb Raider.
No, Tom. Who would do that?
I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I could see happening, but I don't know, wouldn't another game be announced for PlayStation Now if this was the case?
Actually, they have announced several games for it.
Oh.
BioShock Infinite.
Oh, great.
They've been in talks with Grand Theft Auto 5 streaming, and I can't remember the other one. Oh, God of War. God, there was another one, man. There's another. They're ones that are really big on the PlayStation. So, any games that were really big for the PlayStation when they came out, they're going to be over there.
What, so Uncharted, Killzone?
Yeah, that's the one.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, the Uncharted series will be coming over on PlayStation Now too, which I'm still confused how they plan to stream it to phones. Look, I'm not doubting that an Apple or a Sony Xperia or whatever, the newest phone that's going to be out, couldn't handle streaming a game. But I'm just curious how the controls and everything's going to work with that. So I think it'd be best to stick to the PlayStation 4.
Wait, so with PlayStation Now, you can actually do that? Stream it to a phone?
Yeah, you can stream it to any device. Actually, it's going to work with the PS3 also.
Why would you want to ever stream a game that was on the PS3 on a phone? There's no way that would work out or be better.
That's what I said. But they were like, "Oh yeah, we got it." It's an actual service, and it's in its beta right now, a closed beta, and they're planning on launching it this summer. But they said something ridiculous, like we have over 66,000 devices that are compatible with this, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
They even said some TVs.
Well,
I don't know how that would work.
So you would have to plug your controller into the TV.
I guess.
And why wouldn't you just have a PS3 if you're going to use a TV?
Exactly.
This seems like something that might be cool in a few years' time, but at the moment I can't see any reason why the service makes sense.
Right.
Apart from maybe you were an Xbox guy that went to PS4, and now it's like, I'm not going to buy a PS3, it's not backwards compatible, so damn it.
Well, two things. One, they can make money again from the PS3 games because the PlayStation 4 is conveniently not backwards compatible. Okay? And two, that streaming service also works with the Vita, Tom.
Yeah, that big success story. I know I've got mine.
Oh man, I really want to play. Dang.
That one game.
Yeah. Spelunky.
Spelunky.
Which, yeah, I have for the computer and the Xbox, and I've already played for those.
Damn it.
So that's good.
We'll never sell any Vitas at this rate.
Not that you already have, but whatever.
Yeah, we haven't been that pro Vita.
Tom, I was thinking about renting out and getting me a Vita today.
Oh, cool.
Said no one.
Oh, damn it. I thought you were all in.
Fell into my trap.
Every time with this guy. Just can't get an inch.
Nope.
But no, the idea of renting a game on an online service, I like the sound of that. But if it means I have to directly stream it to the console,
yes,
it's just let me download the game, have it for a week, and then lock it after a week.
Here's the other thing, Tom. You remember OnLive?
Oh yeah, that success story.
Yeah, they went bankrupt, and now they were bought by another company called Respawn Entertainment.
What? What, the Respawn, the Titanfall people?
No.
Oh.
I don't know how they didn't get sued for that name, but it's a different company.
Right.
And they are... I don't know if Steam owns them or not, but they basically are owned by Steam. And they work with Steam. And in the future, Steam's going to have the same service that PlayStation Now does with its Steam games. Just a little different. But the point is, when OnLive was out, the main reason it failed is because people don't have the internet speeds that the PlayStation Now is claiming you need.
Yeah.
And you don't need a lot. The recommendation is 5 megabytes per second.
Well, they say that, but that doesn't...
They say that, but...
There's no way, if I had a 5 megabyte box, that I could stream HD games. There's no way.
Exactly. So, are you streaming 720p, 420, 480p, or what?
240?
Because, yeah, I cannot see being able to play a game like Killzone and have these large explosions and these huge battles and these moving things that move really quickly that require a 120 refresh rate, and I can't see you being able to stream with 5 megabytes per second. Maybe 15, maybe 20, but not 5. 5 is very low, man.
Well, it's a broken idea, because every generation games get more and more technically advanced and you need to send more data, but then I don't think internet speeds are growing enough to overtake that and make it work. Because it's like, with internets, they've gotten a lot better, over this generation, but now there's a new generation, so to stream Killzone Shadowfall is going to require a lot more memory than just Killzone 3, and suddenly it's not an option anymore, because we have to wait once again to get better internet.
And what happens when you get disconnected? What happens if for 1 second you get disconnected? Oh, there goes your game. Sorry.
God, I just don't want to I don't want to be internet dependent. I just don't want to do that. I know some people like the convenience and just switching it on, and that's great. But internet dependence for me means I won't own any more physical games, which sucks, because I love owning physical games and having a collection and something that I can play whenever I want and just put it in. And I don't want to have to game, because all of gaming just gets turned off after so many years. So every game that you're buying now on a PS3, 360, Xbox One, PS4, whatever, is eventually not going to be yours anymore. And that's just terrible.
Yep. Yeah, hey Tom, to support your point there, how'd your multiplayer experience on Haze go?
Oh, well, I hit log on, it loaded, didn't connect, and I tried a few more times, and those servers are gone. 2008 that game came out.
Yep.
Just completely turned off.
How about all the systems that Nintendo owns prior to the Wii U and the 3DS after April 16th? Oh yeah, those are going to be down too. How about Halo 2? Did you want to get a quick game in? Oh yeah, you can't.
But don't worry, they're going to remake Halo 2 so you can buy it again to play it.
Well, that's great and everything, and I'm not sitting here saying that people should have to have, companies should have to have these servers online forever, but couldn't they just alter it slightly and change the networking to peer-to-peer connection, like with Halo Reach instead?
Yeah, that's why
Maybe
the
I
PC
I don't
gaming
know.
has it better, because they can set up their own servers and just do it
Right?
themselves. But you can't do that on a
Right?
console.
You can play Halo CE online on the PC still.
Which is awesome.
I don't... I know. It's the future, man. And companies think that you're buying games to pay for the experience, and it's like a movie. You play through the game, and then you shelf it, and that's it. And so they think that rentals like this will... it'll be the future, and that no one really wants to play the game and own it.
Well, sadly, it will be the future, because that's how people think differently. It's like, it's everything that's changed in gaming. Gaming used to be, you have like 4 games, and you play them day in, day out, you suck at them, you eventually beat them, and then you just had like an experience, and then you go back and play them over again in the years because you grew an attachment to the game. But now it's, go get the new Battlefield. Well, not Battlefield, because the last one didn't work, but... go get the
Patched
new...
after 2 months.
Ouch.
And their, as a nice little add to that, their new DLC is delayed again.
Oh, shoot. I'm surprised.
For all systems.
Oh.
For all systems.
What a shame. But,
Again.
yeah, my point is that it's meant to be quick. Gaming is now completely changed, so you're supposed to beat it in a week, not touch it ever again, and kind of like move on. So gamers coming up now don't have any sort of attachment or anything like that to their game, so they don't care, which is sad, because they should. Gaming should be a personal experience that you really get into. It shouldn't just be like a quick, like mainstream pop music has that short shelf life, and it's a shame that gaming now has it as well.
Yeah, it is. It really is a shame, man.
Because it...
Hang on, though.
Yeah?
Wait a minute. Tom,
Yes.
don't you do exactly that?
Yeah.
Don't you buy games and then take them back?
Well, yeah, but recently... Okay, if I really like a game, though, I will rebuy it. I just do
Okay.
it to save money. Like, I rebought Halo 4 after, like, a few months, because I played it, beat it, and then sold it, but then I was like, hey, I actually like the multiplayer, I want to replay that game. So I will rebuy games, like Red Dead Redemption I re-brought and stuff like that. It's more of a money thing, rather than I don't want the game anymore.
Okay.
And you'll just have to take my
Yeah.
word on that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. There's a lot of games that I have played, and I was like, I do not want to ever play this game ever again, no matter how good it is.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, like, selling a game, but... yeah, just gaming's different, so... If I guess when I buy it if I rent it, then I can't... I don't know, I don't like it. I don't care for it.
Right?
But at least the graphics will be 1080p, though.
No, they won't, you liar.
Well,
Don't lie.
not on the Xbox One.
Oh!
Hell!
X-Bone!
Not on the Wii U also.
Well, let's not
Oh.
talk about that one.
Uh,
But that's true.
and actually, not really on the PS4 either.
Sometimes...
How the hell is the previous generation at 1080p on tons of games, and the current gen can't even do 1080? What the F, man?
Well, most games on the old gen aren't 1080p. It's upscaled, and that's what the big...
Oh, yeah.
That's the big crazy thing. Which is
Forgot.
fair enough, because you can buy on the 360. You can buy like a game that's upscaled to 1080p, but then you buy the next generation one. You want it to at least be native 1080p. If you're paying like 400 quid for the thing, but apparently nope, it's more powerful, but not that powerful.
Right. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, so I think I don't care that much about native resolution, but if I paid that much money for one of the things and it's not a leap in any way, that's the frustrating part.
I don't want to jump off topic here, but I wanted to add something. You know how everyone complains about the price of consoles, and rightly so.
Mm-hmm.
Rightly so. Like the Xbox costs $450 right now. The PS4 costs $400. It's a lot of money. In some places, you could pay your car note, you could pay the rent and the water bill, whatever. Well, NVIDIA introduced a graphics card called the GTX Titan Z that costs $3,000.
Oof.
It is literally as powerful as a PlayStation 4 alone. Like, the card itself has 12 gigabytes dedicated memory, like 50,000 plus. God, I can't even remember the exact specs, but it's basically, it could be better than the computer you're putting it in.
But if you're, that's not worth buying though, because if you assume that a new console will cost 500 just to make the maths easier, then that one card needs to last 6 generations of consoles for it to be worthwhile.
And NVIDIA didn't exactly introduce it for the gaming community. You know, this is for, like, NASA and GPU scalers and stuff like that, where they have to use the graphics for other things. But it's just funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, gaming, it's still expensive, PC gaming, no matter what. Like, I know people have figured it out where they can kind of make it cheap, but I think you're paying about the same in the same time frame.
Yeah, I agree. I made a video a while back asking someone, asking people if you could make basically a computer that cost $400 that would be able to play Battlefield 4 on the same level as a PS4. And if it was possible, why wouldn't everyone do that? And a couple people, a couple people said, yeah, it's possible, but you have to buy the parts separately and do everything yourself. So,
but why are PC gamers surprised that console gamers don't want to do that? Like, why is that? If you want to put all that work into it, then that's great. But it's not weird to be like, hey, I'll just maybe pay about the same, a bit more, and just sit down and play it.
Right, and that's the thing, Tom. I'm partially both. I'm PC gamer. I love Diablo 3. I love my Steam games. And I'm going to tell you right now, almost every time, my PC gaming experience is better than the console experience on face value. But then the glitches happen. But then the updates happen. Like, I couldn't run Diablo 3 for a while because I didn't know which program I had to update and change into compatibility mode until I finally got it right, man. It took me like a couple hours to figure out that small little thing that prevented the game from launching versus console owners who just put the disc in. And that's how a lot of people are. I think, you know, computers didn't become a household thing until the late 90s, and then maybe even for some the early 2000s, where everyone had just a computer in their house. So that means everyone who's basically past the age of 40, for the most part, don't have the experience that a lot of the younger people growing up with computers do have. And they're the ones that buy the consoles for their children, buy the consoles for themselves, because they don't know how to upgrade and do this and that. And please remember, I'm making a very wide generalization right here, but it could explain a lot of the PC master race remarks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pride in actually making it work that some people enjoy. And it makes some people like, my video game actually works. I spent 4 hours of my life, and it actually now works. Where I just prefer to have those 4 hours playing the game.
Yeah, there's a reason I enjoy Diablo 3 on the PC versus the console, because certain games work better on the PC, and that's how I feel. I have an Xbox controller hooked up to my PC. Don't get it wrong. I'm not a PC elitist. I just enjoy a controller. I'm a console person at heart. I like a controller. It's just some games really feel a lot better with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yes. Should we move on to the second rumour of the week?
What is that?
Well, you know how last week Assassin's Creed Unity got announced? Well, it was leaked that Comet was coming out, which would be on the PS3 and 360, and now there's a rumour that offers a bit more insight into that. Apparently it's going to be set in New York in 1758, so it won't be in the French Revolution, and it's going to act more as a sequel to Black Flag. So you're going to be sailing. You don't play as Edward Conway or whatever his name was, but you play as some new character, and it's going to be a lot like Assassin's Creed 4. Now, this is just a rumour, but it's a rumour that makes a lot of sense, really. If they were going to have a second team work on a different Assassin's Creed game, I don't think they would want to downscale Unity, because that hasn't really worked out in the past. And I think Ubisoft are a company who would make two separate games that are actually separate games. And the fact that Black Flag was such a big success and people really enjoyed the game, yeah, I think they would make a sequel to it. And honestly, the thing that stands out to this is that the sailing, I think people are more interested in than just the French Revolution. So automatically, I think the old or the current gen version is going to be better and more popular than the next gen one.
I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out there. I wanted to look up something. This is how my mind works, right? You were saying about New York, and I was like, would it still be called New Amsterdam? So I had to go and quickly Google it. No, it wouldn't. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was just something like that. I was just completely zoned out. And,
I think it's just gonna be set in New York because that's the cool thing to do now.
If you're going to have a location in America at that time, New York kind of makes the most sense.
In America.
Yeah.
Apparently there was foretelling of this to happen with the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood ending. So maybe they had this plotted the whole time. Yeah, apparently there were symbols that it was a Phrygian cap. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it stands for freedom, and the Masonic eye, which obviously the Freemasons, and basically the flashing symbols at the end were in response and a hint for the upcoming Assassin's Creed Unity.
Right.
So
that's
Illuminati.
Yeah, they're such weirdos, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Just flashing symbols.
They really are.
And they're just, they make sense in the end, but I don't want that. I want to know. Don't flash symbols and then have it make sense later.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Were you thinking about getting Assassin's Creed on your Wii U?
I was thinking about it.
Oh, guess what? There's no Wii U version yet.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
It might still happen.
Oh, man.
I can't say I'm surprised, though.
Can't either.
Ubisoft used to be Team Nintendo, and has been for years, and just Zombie U doesn't sell, so now they're completely done. Like, completely done.
They're like Squaresoft used to be. They're like, yeah, Super Nintendo, and then the N64 comes out, and they're like, oh, hey, there's a PlayStation coming.
We want to make a stupidly big game. How much will 4 cartridges cost?
Right.
That's far too much.
It'll take 32 cartridges to hold this information. Well, that sucks.
But no, so yeah, goddamn Ubisoft with that. Because the Watch Dogs got delayed as well. It's been 3 different things that have happened, or actually, I guess 2: Rayman Legends and Watch Dogs. And I think Assassin's Creed also got delayed on the Wii U, the fourth one, because it came out at the same time as the next generation consoles. So obviously nobody brought it. And then Ubisoft was like, why is no one buying our games that we're just releasing at weird times? I don't understand.
Yeah, they're having a hard time making things properly.
But I don't get why it's now, though, because Red Steel 1 sold okay, and nobody brought Red Steel 2, so people brought Just Dance, so I don't know why now they've kind of backed out.
I just don't know, man.
I don't
know anything.
Oh, man. But no, so I'm really excited that this one is all sailing. I mean, I don't have a next generation console, so I'm glad that as someone who still has a 360 and PS3, that I'm playing the better game, because sailing is still got some life in it. I think there's still enough that they could do with the sailing to warrant one more game with sailing in it.
You know, Tom, they really could go for the whole World War II Navy U-boat attacking Nazis Assassin's Creed for the next game.
I mean, they could do, yeah. I mean, if they're going to do a sailing game, I guess it would be better if they just did something completely different, because this is a direct sequel.
And then you shot yourself inside a torpedo towards the Nazi U-boat that had Hitler escaping in it, and you exploded through the hull and jumped out, and you said, Mein Führer Achtung, and you stabbed him in the neck.
What?
And that would be the ending. And you became Hitler.
What?
That'd be...
I would play that game.
Assassin's Creed Hitler.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that reference because you guys had made it a point to say that you guys have been Nazi-free for a couple episodes.
Well, thanks for bringing that up.
Actually, Tom ruined that at the very end of last.
Oh,
last
he did.
by calling me a Nazi.
Well, you were being a bit of a Nazi. Well, what am I meant to not say it? I'm only human.
Yeah. Fair enough. I didn't know.
Too human.
Yes.
Ubisoft.
But I like how if you kill Hitler, you become Hitler. That's a very interesting concept right there.
That's right. That's how it works in Assassin's Creed world, probably. Oh, can you imagine that though? Because in Assassin's Creed, when you stab someone, you then hold them in your arms in a space dimension. So you would have that with Hitler after you kill him.
Cradling him.
You're just cradling him, and it's just I just wanted to kill all the Jews. What can I say? That's all I had.
You instantly get a mustache.
Yeah.
It just instantly grows because you have gained his power.
Oh, it works exactly like how Santa Claus works, the Tim Allen film.
Yes. Yes.
You just have the funny scene when you're in the mirror, you see a little mustache, you shave it, you go back down, you look back up, oh, it's back already.
Oh my god. That would not be a good time.
You just walk to work, your arm keeps going up for no reason, you don't know why.
It's been confirmed Tim Allen is a Nazi.
That's right.
There you go.
Is Tim Allen playing the assassin in an Assassin's Creed?
That's right, he just uses all the tools from Home Improvement to...
Yeah, I can't believe there was a Home Improvement game either, but whatever, things.
I miss that time in a way. That time where you would just, it's a popular thing, let's make a game out of it. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, they do if it's a Disney movie or a Pixar movie, but other than that, no.
Yeah, that's it. It's only the Disney animated films like Wreck-It Ralph and... I don't... No, Frozen did get a game. Frozen did get one.
I miss Chester Cheeto. I miss Cool Spot.
Oh, Cool Spot.
I miss Purina Dog Chow.
What?
I miss Rocco's Modern Life. I miss Real Monsters. Yes, these were all games. Yes, they were.
Wasn't Cool Spot a game based off a red dot that was the mascot for 7-Up?
Yeah, and it was literally one of the best platforming games there were.
It was fun. I remember playing
It
it,
was.
and it didn't make any sense to me because when I
Did-
played it, it was like in the 2000s when I'd never seen Cool Spot before. So for me, it was just like this weird platformer that for some reason had 7-Up plastered all over it.
Right.
Must have been random.
Yeah, just an extra life is a 7-Up symbol in that game.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And Pepsi Man as
interesting.
well.
Pepsi Man, Pepsi Man. That was that game came out before cell phones became the I'm trying to think of
The norm.
like the bastion for running games.
Oh, the original
Like-
Temple Run.
Yeah, the original Infinite Runner.
Just do some DLC Temple Run to add Pepsi Man into it. That's easy.
I went to Chuck E. Cheese, man, and they have a Temple Run game there now.
Wow.
I've seen
Yeah,
a
an
Temple Run
arcade.
board game.
How does that even... What?
I think I did see a Temple Run board game too.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it just one straight long board that you just keep going on?
Keep unfolding.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
when does it end?
it's infinite somehow.
It's like Mary Poppins' bag.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Never stops. But no, so what mascot nowadays which one deserves a game? Because I know there's not as many mascots around, but there's got to be one that deserves
Sonic.
like a HD 1080p PS4 video game.
My bad. Not Sonic, definitely.
Oh,
Mascots.
I can't really
That's-
think of that many mascots anymore. They don't do them as much.
Yeah, that was a '90s thing, man. Bubsy the cat, Arrow the acrobat,
Yeah.
the possum guy.
But I still think
Oh.
like Tony the Tiger probably deserves one.
Oh, Pikachu, definitely, because he's the mascot for the FIFA soccer team of Japan now.
See, over here in jolly old England, we call it FIFA, don't you know?
Right, and you guys call it football.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's right.
Whatever.
Hey, what's FIFA called?
FIFA,
FIFA. Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
like Pfeiffer, like Michelle Pfeiffer,
Oh.
like a viper.
DLC.
Like Snake.
All the players are Michelle Pfeiffer.
What? Well,
Unlockable character confirmed.
well, the commentary would be very easy to get the commentators. It's just Pfeiffer to Pfeiffer, Pfeiffer to Pfeiffer, then Pfeiffer scores.
You right?
That's it. That's the whole game right there. That's all you need.
No, it would be
Never
one
again.
recording of the word Pfeiffer. So it would just be the same tone every time. Pfeiffer to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer passes.
Pfeiffer scores.
I can't believe we're talking about this. Mega Man should definitely be an unlockable character in the next FIFA game.
I would think so.
He had a soccer game.
Did he
If
really?
you did. Yes, he did.
What console was it on?
It was on Super Nintendo.
Oh Jesus!
I've just
No,
thought of a
it-
game. A mascot game.
What one?
Colonel Sanders.
Yes,
There you go.
He needs a game.
Colonel Sanders' racial. You can see where I'm going with this.
Oh,
I can, yeah.
boy. I was going to go with chicken killing, but you took it next level, Tom.
That's right.
Ronald McDonald's killing spree.
Yeah. He does seem kind of crazy, yeah.
Oh my, he's so creepy.
You could do a whole series on that, like Cabela's hunting. Just do Ronald McDonald's
Yeah.
hunting.
Oh man, I got it. Ronald McDonald. This is how we're gonna make Ronald McDonald a serious murderer and have the FCC approve it. Ronald McDonald's liberation of Afghanistan.
Oh God!
Al Qaeda's back and they need destroyed. And Ronald McDonald gets enlisted by the U.S. government as the face of anti-terrorism. And when he's doing a rally for the troops, all the troops are killed. And he says it's time to make some burgers. And he picks up a saw and goes nuts.
Yeah.
So it's cannibalistic, Ronald McDonald,
It's-
as well.
It's almost as if this game could actually exist.
They should call it Ronald McDonald: Blood in the Sand. If 50
Get-
Cent can do it.
Make burgers or die trying. There's not enough cow in this country.
No.
But I know a good substitute. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. I can't. I'm done with that.
It's gonna get made though.
Oh,
PS
the PS4.
Yeah, PS4 AAA title.
1080p graphics.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's the only one that's in native 1080p.
That's because every scene is just him and sand and killing people. Just sand dunes everywhere. Oh boy. Why? We have some fun here.
What I like to do is to chew on burgers and kick some ass. And
Yeah.
I'm all out of burger meat.
Burger meat. This godforsaken country!
Oh, Jesus.
What were we talking about?
But no, actually,
Ask
Assassin's Creed coming to
Oh yeah,
Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
coming.
yeah, that's right.
So Ronald McDonald confirmed for Assassin's Creed. That's what we got.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, next topic. Let's move on. Game Boy Advance games coming to Wii U. So we already knew that they were on the way, and we didn't really get that much information, but now we have the full lineup. On the 3rd of April is Advance Wars, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, Metroid Fusion. On the 10th of April we got Kirby and the Amazing Miria and WarioWare Inc. On the 17th of April we got F-Zero Max Velocity and Golden Sun. And on the 24th of April we got Super Mario Advance 3 Yoshi's Island. So in the next month or so we're going to get 8 Game Boy Advance games. Now, I don't know what your opinion is, Proto, of the Virtual Console at the moment, but I know most people are very negative towards it because of how limited it has been.
It might be because you can get every fucking game they release on an emulator for free. And I'm not advocating piracy, but it's the damn truth.
Well, you can also get every single game they put on the Wii U, you can get on the Wii U by loading it up in Wii mode and downloading it on the Wii Virtual Shop or the eShop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most backwards
So-
part to me. It's like, why would I get Legend of Mystical Ninja on the SNES on my Wii U when I can get it on my Wii U in Wii mode?
Yeah. It's kind of silly. That's the thing, though. And the games that they're releasing aren't games that people are dying for. You know, they released Earthbound. Good job. That was something that they needed to do. But where are the Pokemon games on the 3DS? It's not like you could trade or do anything with them, multiplayer-wise, so that wouldn't detract from sales for X and Y. But how hard would it be to port Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald on the 3DS? And what about Pokemon Pinball? What about Pokemon Mystery Dungeons? The earlier ones. What about all these earlier Pokemon games that they could put on the 3DS? Or even on the Wii U? Well, why aren't they doing this?
Okay, so something that when it comes to Game Boy Advance games, something that I read that is not 100% true, but it does kind of make sense, is that when it comes to Game Boy Advance games on the 3DS, the reason why they're not on there at the moment, properly on the eShop, is because when they emulate a game, they have it so you can freeze it and save a state. So apparently the 3DS is having trouble having that feature. So if you had the Ambassador program that allowed you to download Game Boy Advance games, it didn't let you have a save state. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
the reason is because they couldn't figure it out and the 3DS can't run it properly.
Well, fuck it. Fuck that, man. Most of those games have an in-game save feature.
Yeah, they could.
What the
They could
fuck?
still totally do it just fine.
Fucking
But that's
Nintendo.
why, because I read that a lot of people were complaining about the Game Boy Advance games coming to Wii U rather than 3DS, but that's the reason behind it. Like, people are like, why isn't it on the 3DS? It's like, well, because apparently they can't figure it out, so they put it on the Wii U instead, where it can run it.
That's strange.
It's a bit weird, but still, I'm excited. As someone with a Wii U, I will buy, like, half of these games. I mean,
Some of them seem really good, yes.
like Metroid
the only
Fusion,
game,
oh god, so good.
Yeah, the only game I wouldn't be excited about would be the F-Zero one.
What?
Because,
What about WarioWare? Would you want that?
I mean, I wouldn't exactly want it, but I'm sure it'd still be entertaining to me. I just think F-Zero's pretty boring, considering that we have games like Gran Turismo for PS4 or PS3, where you have like billions of cars, and it's so realistic you can see the gravel, fly up. It's like, why would I want a racing game like that?
Well, with F-Zero I agree, but I think if I was going to play it, I would play the GameCube one. I wouldn't play the
Right.
one that looks like a SNES game.
That's what I'm saying.
But also, I think this is a really good snapshot of all the Game Boy Advance games, and I was not expecting there to be 8 different ones. So maybe it's because my expectations were so low when it comes to the Nintendo and the Virtual Console, but
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
I think it's kind of silly that they released Yoshi's Island also when it was given to me on my ambassador program.
Yeah, I guess the reasoning is, okay, so you got to put one Mario game, right? And you got Super Mario Advance 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 was Super Mario Bros. 2, so you're not going to pick that
Right.
one. And then I think it's because then Super Mario World is already on the Wii U eShop,
Right.
and then Super Mario
What-
Bros. 3 is also already on the eShop. So that's the only one you got left, Yoshi's Island.
Right. I don't know.
So that would be the
Don't know.
reasoning, but I like that
What-
Golden Sun got
what
in
a-
there and stuff.
One of the other things is maybe, I'm not sure if a lot of people did this or not, but back in the GameCube there was something called the Game Boy Advance player,
Yes.
and basically it does what the Wii U will do with the Virtual Console. You plug the game in, you turn on the console, and you're playing it on the TV.
Well, that's the only sad thing about the Virtual Console on Nintendo and their Virtual Console and making it. It means that they won't do stuff like that anymore. Because they used to be all about having things like on the SNES there was one
Yeah.
as well, and then they put one out for the
Yeah.
GameCube. But now that you can just download the games, that's never going to happen again.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a kind of sad issue where they're... I just honestly think a lot of companies are trying to figure out ways to stop you from using backwards compatibility to force you to buy old versions of the game new again.
Well, you kind of got to give it to Nintendo, though. The Wii U can play Wii games.
Right, and I'm not saying that exactly, but I'm just...
I agree with Microsoft and Sony,
Yeah.
though. They could have put it in there.
You really could have.
And I would be more willing to get like an Xbox One if I knew all my old 360 games still worked on it, because I would already have a great library of games to play.
Yeah. I agree.
But still, so I'm probably going to get Metroid Fusion, Golden Sun, because I never played it, and Advance Wars as well.
Oh, you never played Golden Sun?
No, I didn't have that many Game Boy Advance games, so there's a few I went back and played on emulator, but I never got round to Golden Sun.
Do you ever play Advance Wars either?
Yeah, love Advance Wars.
That's good stuff, man. Golden Sun's a very, very fun game. It's a very challenging game towards the end, man. It's very hard. You'll probably have to look up a guide to figure out everything.
Nah, man,
It's very,
that's not my style.
very,
Doing it raw.
well, you're gonna have a fun time figuring out how to make classes, then, my friend.
Damn it.
Instead of the traditional class system, they make you combine these certain amount of, I think gens is what they were called, and if you combined a certain amount on a certain person, it would change the class into something else.
Right.
It was really interesting what it did. I'm just say that.
Okay. Well, when it comes to JRPGs, I love them or hate them. Like Chrono Trigger, loved that game, really enjoyed it.
Right?
But then I played Final Fantasy VI, and I was like, oh god, Chrono Trigger is so much better. So
Yeah,
there's just certain things I
the-
look for. So with Golden Sun, I hope that it kind of works out when I do play it.
I like Golden Sun a lot more than Final Fantasy. Any Final Fantasy. I like it a lot more than that. It tells a pretty good story, but it's only half the game. Golden Sun 2 is the other half.
Okay,
I'm dead serious about that.
that's a bit odd.
And the other bad thing about that is I don't think you'll be able to transfer your Golden Sun 1 game on the Virtual Console to Golden Sun 2.
Oh, do you kind of pretty much have to?
Yeah, you don't have to, but if you play Golden Sun 2 regularly, you play it from the villain's perspective. And then if you transfer it, you play it from the hero's perspective.
Oh, so it's like 2 games in one, pretty much.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, I think they can put that in because when they put Zelda Oracle of Season and Ages on the 3DS, they allowed the cross gameplay.
Right, well, I hope they do. That's all I'm saying.
God, Capcom really did like that stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it Capcom that made Golden Sun? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Damn it. Well, there goes that point.
I will Google it now for you.
I think it might have been Camelot, I want to say.
Yeah, it was Camelot.
Yeah, see, I
remember that.
I knew it secretly. Okay, well,
Camelot.
let's move on. Wait, hold on. Let's move on to what you wanted to talk about, Proto, and that is Faco Mario.
Oh, yes. No, it's Proto Space Mario.
Yeah.
My doppelganger.
Oh.
Let me tell you right now, this piece of shit, and please don't excuse my language because I mean every bit of it. This guy's a fucking piece of shit, man. What he did was he created a fake profile and he uses Proto Space Mario as his fake profile name. And because I'm hosting a contest, this is literally what he did. He took my contest video, put it in the message, and said, "Congratulations, such and such. You are the winner of the contest. Please take the link below to claim your prize." And then the link would be to some stupid-ass fucking survey.
So this is, because this is different from a spammer. A spammer would just send you a link. But what this guy did is take your identity. He was aware of your contest, and then he started spamming people that were subscribed to you.
Yep.
So what?
Spamming them with personal messages.
So what has happened to this guy so far?
Well, as of last night, he was banned and the profile was removed. But then it came back this morning.
Oh.
He has such audacity, he even sent me a message with the same exact thing. So I'm not entirely sure if it's an actual person or a bot doing this.
But then how would the bot send a message to you though? Because wouldn't they just look at your subscribers?
That's what I originally thought. So why? He wasn't taunting me or anything. The message he sent me was exactly the same as everyone else's. Hence why I think it's a bot. But I can't report him. I can't report him to YouTube because he isn't commenting. He has no videos. And the reporting system works in the way that you have to have a video or a comment. And that's it. Otherwise, you can't report someone. How fucked up is that?
Yeah, and this is the reason why, as YouTubers, we complain when just little stuff that doesn't matter, because YouTube has it all set up where you can be fine, but then when you actually have a problem, you're not going to find any help. They're not going to help you out. Something's not going to work. And now that there's a legitimate problem happening where people are stealing your identity and that needs to be fixed, YouTube won't do anything.
Yeah. He's sending it to people, kids who don't know any better, which they should, but they don't. So this is a cybercrime, and Monday I'm going to go report it to my local authorities and escalate it and get the proper person I need to speak to about this, and get a printout of all the messages and his IP address and all that stuff. And I'm gonna do. I don't know, if he lives in the U.S., he can be indicted on charges of cybercrime, phishing, theft, identity theft, impersonation. There's a lot of charges he can be brought up on.
I assume that you would track down the guy, find the address, and then have an attorney or someone send him a cease and desist?
It would be the government that would be versing him. The government cybercrime authority versus such and such, or the state of such and such versus such and such, or the U.S. government versus such and such, and they would indict him and force him to come to court or send a warrant for his arrest.
Wait, so where does YouTube come in all this? Do they even get involved?
YouTube doesn't get involved. They're just the vessel.
But it's their site. It's their
I
system
know.
that allows it to happen.
I know.
Wow.
No.
That's pretty messed up.
I tried contacting YouTube myself. I didn't get far, so I contacted Vizzo, my partners, which are very good at replying to me. But again, it's Saturday and Sunday. No one's in the office until 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, because I would
So-
assume they can get something done here.
Yeah, they have a direct link to YouTube, and they can contact YouTube and let them know what's going on.
Because yeah, that's in case people don't know, that's another reason why you kind of got to partner with someone. Because YouTube won't listen to you, but they will listen to a company you're associated with.
Yes, and make sure you get a good partnership. If you partner with a shitty company, good luck getting out of your contract, first of all, to get with a good company, and good luck getting a response from them, because you won't.
Yeah, Sumin TV. Yeah.
Aha ha!
That's who I got.
Whoops. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Tom.
If there's ever an Honest Tom 24, I might be screwed.
Oh, man. Dude, the only thing that really bothers me about this is the fact that the person is trying to get someone to give information out from a donation. This is my donation to my subscribers. You know, and they're trying to get it out. So what I did was I unlisted the video and I privated it. So now when he sends a link, it gets all this jumbled, text, and it shoves it all together, and it looks way fucked up. Instead of before when it kind of looked like it was legit.
Huh. Because yeah, that's the messed up thing. It's like it's people actually getting fooled by it, and it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's just this guy's fault because he knows exactly what he's doing here.
Yeah, I'm getting messages out the ass about it.
God, so that probably means because not everyone who gets the message will message you. So that means there's a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I did make a video, and so far 6,000 plus people have seen it. But in the time that we have recorded, I have had 2 messages sent.
Right.
Proto, today at 1 p.m., I received an email from Proto Space Mario, the imposter, saying I won the contest. Here's a link to his channel. Here's what the email said. Proto, blah, 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 to John Glenn. Hey, John Glenn Productions, I'm happy to announce that you are the winner of my giveaway. To claim your prize, go to the link before and complete the offer to get your prize. There you go.
God. But yeah, it's sad because the only thing you can do is this legal action. But
Yeah,
it shouldn't.
exactly.
That shouldn't be it.
And the problem is, if they're overseas, I mean, my government can't do anything.
God.
YouTube, everyone.
Hey!
Ah.
Google Plus.
90% of phishing scams come out of Nigeria, and the people that do them are known as Sagawa boys. I'm dead serious. I'm not even fucking with you guys about
Sagawa.
it. If you want some information on this, there's a documentary that was done. Just type into YouTube Sagawa boys. There is a video done by someone rapping about the Sagawa boys. There is a movie about Sagawa boys. It's from Bollywood. The India version of Hollywood. And it's pretty ridiculous, the movies that are made by Sagawa boys.
Well, I'm making my own movie called Sagawa Boys, but I spell boy with an I. It's completely different.
If you spell it with an I and a Z, you're safe.
Nice. Yes. Cheating the
Boys.
system. Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boy.
But no, okay, so I hope you can, figure that out, and people should stay tuned to your channel, because of course you always post up videos if anything happens with that.
Yeah, I do. I don't just let it go like some people. Not gonna say who, but some people.
You'll tell me, right? Just whisper it into the mic, I won't tell.
Well, it's those large YouTubers that they don't like to reply to their comments.
Oh, yeah.
So...
That's weird though, because I know, or pretty much know, or would have guessed that every YouTuber does read their comments. Like, I can't imagine there's any that don't. So it seems very odd that a big YouTuber would read the comments and then not reply to any of them.
Yeah. And yet they do.
Yeah, because they definitely read them, because in some videos they'll mention, like, I saw people in the comments saying this, and it's like, well, if you took the time to read it, then if you reply to it, that's showing your appreciation for somebody leaving that comment.
Yeah. Or you just don't give a fuck.
Well,
And you're like, fuck you. Fuck your comment. I'll reply to it in the video. I don't have to. Fuck you.
yeah, there's that too.
Fuck you.
But surely you
What?
get a stupid amount of comments, though, so that's got to be a...
Oh, God. I do.
Now that you're a big star,
Superstar.
Superstar Proto.
I even have aviators on now as we speak.
Well, you got to turn into a three-man team, like the Game Theorists. Hire some people to do some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I love the fact when people like talk about my production value and they're like, as a big time YouTuber you should know this, and it's like, dude, I'm one guy.
Yeah.
I do everything myself.
And you
You
got
know-
big by doing it, so like
Exactly.
that's a completely that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. Like, thank you that you don't like my production value on this video that happens to be 7 months old, but maybe you should check out my newer stuff.
Yeah.
Just saying. Oh, one of the other things is that it really pisses me the fuck off. There's two things. And I know this isn't a great video about me and everything, but just because it ties into the contest thing, only 11,000 people viewed my contest giveaway video, and I have about 90,000 subscribers. I am literally giving away things that are extremely hard to come by. Sealed copies of Pokemon and a rare Game Boy with Pokemon Yellow. I mean, why? But yet, a video from March 17th about a Pokemon theory has 22,000. Another one about a Pokemon theory has 22,000.
Well,
23,000.
that'd be people searching Pokemon Theory on YouTube and then finding the
Right.
stuff.
But the problem I have is that I have 90,000 subscribers, and yet when I'm giving away something free, absolutely free, I don't get enough views to justify it. I'm just like, I'm perplexed. And then, like, you know, it's just like, obviously you guys like Pokemon. Otherwise my Pokemon theories wouldn't be blowing up. They blow up. Some of them have 38,000, some have 300,000. You know, and yet, when I give away Pokemon stuff, nothing.
Well, yeah, it's just proof of that a subscriber count, just because somebody hit that button doesn't mean they're on YouTube.
Exactly.
Big,
So a lot of people make that comment. They're like, well, Proto, why don't you have 80,000 views on each video? Well, probably because not everyone watches every video I do.
yeah, YouTube. It's just people just going on YouTube and they find what they find and they watch what they watch, and this is the result of it. You know, I think as somebody watching on YouTube, it really is completely different to somebody who actually makes the content.
Right. That's how I feel, yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the final overall topic, and that's
Final topic!
the Xbox reputation system, which I didn't actually know that much about until you explained it.
Oh, good. So I'll lay the backstory for the viewers. There are 4 tiers. There is green for good player, orange for needs improvement, yellow for needs improvement, and red for warning. This is basically the summary of it. If you are a good player, you get rewards. Those rewards haven't been outlined yet. If you're a bad player, your rights to stream on Twitch and your ability to matchmake are revoked and or handicapped. So, how do you become a good or bad player? You get good reputation, people like you, they give you a thumbs up. I'm not really sure if you're still preferred or that's the word they use, but basically, people want to play with you. If you become a bad player, you get avoided, reported for doing What exactly again? Well, let me explain. Talking shit in open lobbies. Which basically is about the same thing as doing it at a sporting event. Hey, fuck your team. Your team's gonna lose. Yeah, you too, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Talking a little shit during a football game or something. Okay, so you're in the game and there's someone trolling you. They're, jumping around inside the game, this and that. And you can argue semantics and you can argue the way the game's supposed to be played, but once you buy the game, you should be able to do whatever you want in the game. Well, Xbox and Microsoft have stated that if you get too many reports or this or that, you will not be able to play online too easily. So that could include being a bad player. If your kid plays on Xbox One and he plays any game and he gets avoided into a bad player, because this isn't game specific, it's not exactly Call of Duty, it could be any game. And if he gets it reported, then the whole family that's tied to that Xbox, because again, there's only one account, not separate accounts, then your Xbox itself, your account, will be basically handicapped from matchmaking, playing with others, and you won't be able to stream on Twitch.
See, that's the major problem with this. Like, you can't... I like the idea of... On Halo Reach, I think, did a good job with this, where you can, like, set your settings so you can be matched with similar people, but that was giving you the choice right there. But with this, it's punishing someone for... Maybe they are just cheating, but it's punishing someone that the other players can punish the other players to the point where one player can be kicked off their Xbox and can be locked out.
Exactly.
And that's not good. That can easily be exploited, because the thing is that when somebody will rate someone, it's in a moment of rage. Like, if you're losing at a game, if someone's a bad loser, that's when they're going to rate the player. They're not going to be like, I'm really enjoying the game, so I'm going to give everyone a good rating.
That's exactly what I said.
It's just somebody getting annoyed, throwing the controller, then they pick it up. It's like, that guy's top of the list, I'm going to report him.
I'm going to just say this. If you don't believe in what Tom's saying right now, think back to how many times you have rated somebody up. Think back to how many times you physically went to their profile, waited for it to boot up, waited for it to load everything properly, then went down to the preferred player button and did that. Just think back to the last time you did that.
And compare it to all the times where you've been playing a game and at the end of the match you get a message with lots of racial like slurs in there insulting you, and it's all in caps.
Yep. And you thought to yourself, I'm not black, and yet this person says I am.
I should send a message back informing them of this.
I should let them know that I am not black.
Because that person can now rate you down and eventually lock your features on your Xbox.
Now, here's the thing. Microsoft went on record saying that they have a system in place with an update that will change it so that it stops spam. So basically you can't go online and tell people to rate down this guy, and in a matter of minutes he gets into the red. Which I understand, that's a good thing. The system recognizes when there's a bunch of rate downs coming in. But what if... Two things. But what if, one, the guy actually deserves all those rate downs? What if he is cheating? What if he's in a location that no one can get into in the map because he knew a glitch to get there? What if he's being an asshole and deserves every down rating he gets? Will the system say, well, no, those are all false, and throw him out? Yeah. And two, what if it's just wrong? What if the system doesn't do what it says it does, and over time, yes, it's not literally in 10 minutes, but what if over 10 days your son's playing Call of Duty, he's really shitty at it, and he gets downrated a lot?
Well, yeah, you can say that the system overall, it's like, people as a population overall, it will work out the majority of the time, but there's no way you're going to get that 100%. So it means that there is guaranteed that there is somebody out there who is going to get unfairly voted down. Like, you can say like 99% of people will be fine, but if there's even 1%, then that's enforcing a system that will punish someone unfairly, and that's wrong, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree completely.
But they figured it out. Halo Reach. Just do it the same as that game. That did it beautifully. You just did it once, and then you just kept playing, and you didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
Can I? So the rating is tied to the console, not the account.
Proto?
Is that the case?
Because I don't know.
Because if it's, can you have more than one account on the Xbox?
Yeah, you can have more than one account, but the history of Microsoft is that they've locked Xboxes. So back on the 360, like say, I think there was when a game gets leaked or has been leaked, they've locked the whole Xbox. So they absolutely have that ability to turn it off. So I would also assume that they could do it across the board. I don't think they will, or I'm not sure if they will, but I'm going to say no, but I'm not sure.
That's awful.
Yeah, but the thing is, in Halo Reach, what it was is that you had 4 settings that you set. It was like, do you want to talk? Do you want to be in a game where you talk to people? How competitive are you? I think it was, and then just things like that. So then it matched it right. So as long as people didn't lie, then it kind of worked. And most people didn't lie, so it worked just fine. And because nobody was being punished for it, they were just helping out.
Did it work for you then? Did you have an enjoyable experience?
Yeah, much better. It definitely helped out.
Oh, right. Good.
So, Proto, we were just talking, and do you know if they can, when they disable a feature, would it disable it on the whole Xbox or just the profile?
I would assume that it would be profile tied.
You would hope.
But, yeah, they didn't really specify.
Of course they didn't.
So, yeah. Strange.
And that's a major problem, that Microsoft does not have a history of this stuff working out. So now they're actually enforcing it in a very real way with rewards and punishments. There's no way that this one is going to be the one that works, and people could get badly affected.
Yeah, I would like to just say this. Why can't all the green players be mashed together? Why can't all the yellow players be mashed together? Why can't all the orange players be matched together? And why can't all the red players be matched together?
See, that makes more sense. It's instead of punishing you, they just match you up with someone who's more compatible.
Right? That's the worst punishment in the world. If you're in the red frickin' zone and there's only 10,000 people in the red zone, guess what? You're probably not going to be able to play a game.
No.
So maybe you shouldn't be a shithead online.
Yeah, and you can work it back up as well, so you're fine.
Yeah, but then that brings into play again. Children. Kids play the Xbox. It doesn't matter the game. It doesn't matter the game. It could be Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. That is not a hardcore game. That is not like Call of Duty. It's not like Halo. It's not hardcore. And if there's a kid that plays really shitty and keeps getting downvotes, I mean, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any sympathy for a 10-year-old playing Call of Duty, but you're right. Plants vs Zombie came out, which is specifically designed for kids to be able to play multiplayer matches like that.
Yeah.
So now they have this system. So it's going to be kids rating other kids, and adults also rating children with no information about the other person apart from,
exactly.
You accidentally team killed me, downvote.
Exactly. And I'd like to bring up when Bungie was with Halo Reach, there was problems with idling in Firefight. So their solution was to carpet ban everyone that has idled more than 5 games. So
I think wouldn't they just kick you out of the game?
Right, they would, but you can idle for quite some time in certain games. It just depends. But again, that brings into question the system. So, do you get a down rating for idling? And is that a just down rating? Is there going to be some human monitoring all these down ratings?
No, there's no way.
I mean, there's no way. There's no freaking way.
That's how they do it. They put in a system, and then if it doesn't work, you then have to go through another system to try to talk to a person who could then fix it.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you the kicker about all of this. Let's say you do happen to get into the red. Let's say it's complete and total bullshit. Let's just say that.
Okay.
How easy do you think it is to get a hold of Microsoft
Oh god.
to talk about this? How about disputing a ban?
I've
You guys think it's easy?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
about the same as YouTube, where with YouTube, when I had my copyright strike, nothing, pretty
Yep.
much.
Yeah, there's no number you can call to dispute about a ban. So I would assume it'd be the same way with the red.
The only way you could get unbanned is if you talk to, like, the media and you spread it, and then it goes viral, where it's like, yeah, this guy shouldn't have got banned, and then Microsoft be like, we're not evil, we're going to unban this person and give them a copy of The Fighter Within, so it's all good. That's it, you've got to go viral on the internet, or it's not happening.
Use Twitter.
Yeah, you got to tweet. Hashtag unban my account.
And you get that awful like Xbox customer service thing, where it's like, how can,
Yeah.
we see you're having a bit of trouble there. How can we help you?
Oof.
Yeah. Or you talk to someone and they're basically like, "Oh, we can't do anything for you.
But
Sorry."
it's just so disgusting because you pay for a service. You have to pay for Xbox Live, PS Plus,
Exactly.
and you should. That money should at least go towards being able to talk to someone if you have a problem. If it was free, I would kind of understand, but you're paying for it. You should.
The only way for you to get unbanned by Microsoft is to post on their forums.
Oh,
I'm dead serious. There is no number you can contact for being banned or having a temp ban or anything like that. There's not. You can try and look it up. There is not a number for those people.
I can't even imagine having a account on Xbox Live, having it be banned and still be like paying for it technically. So
Mhm.
they should refund you the time that you're banned, at least. Because you're not using the
They
service,
al-
you're banned.
Once you're banned, it's also in the terms of service and agreement that they don't have to give you access to any of the games you purchased or anything that was tied to the account that got banned.
Oh yeah, all the internet stuff we were talking about before.
Yeah.
They can use it to
If you
screw
don't-
you.
You don't have physical copies, sorry. You lose everything. So
God.
this goes deeper than just this right here. This right here applies to everyone. But let me talk about people on YouTube. Let's say you're Joe Schmo upcoming, okay? So Joe Schmo, he gets Halo 5. And Halo 5 is shit. Okay? I'm not saying that it's going to be. It's probably not. It's going to be probably amazing.
Well,
Let's just say it's not going to be like Ride to Hell.
yeah, sure.
Right? So he gets it, and he starts playing it. He shows cutscenes. He shows copyrighted music. He shows material that's big time copyrighted. Okay, you know the shit that pisses people off, like companies like that. So what happens is they see that he's playing these games and he's reviewing them, and they're not gonna do a copyright strike because that looks bad. He can show the public that they're copyright striking him for what he's showing. And he says, this game is awful, this game is fucking terrible, Microsoft's a shit company. So what they do instead is they ban his account under false pretenses and he can no longer play games.
Yep, and he wouldn't be able to dispute it at all.
Do reviews. Nope. No disputing.
Oh,
Basically
fucked up-
Hitler.
exactly like the Hitler.
I love the future.
Cyber
We
Hitler.
live in such great times. I love the future. Love it.
Don't buy Tomb Raider Definitive Edition from Cyber Hitler. Just don't do it.
You know, as a kid, Tom, I used to walk to my friend's house, which was about 2 blocks away. It wasn't that far, and I used to think about what the future of games was going to be like. And I remember saying to myself, you know, I bet you in the future there's going to be a Facebook share button integrated to Final Fantasy 13. Companies are going to ban you for no reason, and there's going to be tons of DRM. And I said to myself, man, I can't wait for that.
God. You know what that Facebook integration means, though? If there's, like, Facebook integration and banning, then in the future, technically, they could ban you for something you post on Facebook unrelated.
Ain't that the
If
truth?
you post something that someone might find offensive on your Facebook, then your account on your Xbox or your Sony account could get banned and locked because of it.
Yep. Let's just say, again, not being a homophobic here.
Okay, here we
but
go.
let's just say you're playing Lightning Returns, and you post on Facebook with the Facebook app, hey, this kid that Lightning's with is really gay, he smokes a lot of pole. Then a homosexual activist sees that and says, what the fuck is this shit? Flags the fuck out of you, and you get banned from Facebook. Then your account gets banned on Squaresoft, and then they send it over to Microsoft, and you get banned off the Xbox. All for saying some shit that was probably true to begin with.
God, that's scary.
Pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
That's why the Wii U is the best console.
Yeah, like there's not any censorship whatsoever on that.
Only minimal. Some though.
Yeah. I tried to name my Pokemon a certain word and I couldn't do it.
Oh, have they not? Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
What game did they start banning Pokemon names then? Was it just X and Y?
No, back in the day on Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum they did it.
That 4th generation.
Mm-hmm.
God damn
Try,
it.
For anyone listening, and you guys as well, try to name a Pokemon hentai.
What? Why would that
I swear
be
to God.
banned?
They banned it, dude. You can't do
It's
it.
just a name. It's not a swear word or anything.
Try to name them a swear word. Try to name them a racial slur. You can't.
Is an Obama one as well? I think I saw... Maybe somebody edited an image, but I did see an image of Obama being banned.
I think bomb and terrorist are also.
But what if you want to have a Voltorb and it blows up? And you want to be like, yeah, bomb.
Name it Al-Qaeda.
That's fine. That's different though.
Oh, Frodo, you're so racially tolerant.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yes, I'm not describing the whole country, just the ones involved in Al-Qaeda. Which they probably want to kill me before I said that. Now they definitely want to kill me.
Oh, well. I think we should end off the podcast before we piss off the terrorists anymore.
Women should
Well-
go to school.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say women shouldn't go to school.
Oh no, I'm trying to piss them off.
Oh, okay. They love shoes, though.
What?
That's all I got.
Oh,
Great.
great.
Burn.
You're doing good for yourself.
Yeah, this podcast is going great. A lot of hurt feelings to certain communities.
Right. One thing I'd like to add, though.
Okay.
This is kind of off topic here, but if you do happen to get Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, try to unlock the Marine Biologist, which is a scientist variant. His weapon is a dolphin, and it cackles every time it shoots, and it shoots out fish guts as its weaponry. And when you need to reload, you have to throw a cracker up in the air, which is a fish cracker, and it eats it.
That's pretty good.
That sounds awesome.
It's probably the most awesome game I have played in quite some time.
Wow.
Contender for Game of the Year, for sure.
Well, it looked a bit like Team Fortress 2 to me.
It kind of is, but there's no DLC surprisingly for it.
What, it's EA?
Not like that. All their DLC so far have been free,
Oh, that's pretty good.
and they did update the game. Like they implemented a lot more customization, several more game modes, and several maps for free.
Well, Titanfall could do with that. That's for sure.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
Oops.
Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so I'm going to end with the podcast, sadly. So, any last thoughts before we go?
Well, my doppelganger. I am going to kill you legally, and I hope you enjoy that.
Let's just get Ronald McDonald after him.
That's right.
Really.
Yeah.
He'll get it done.
Trouble in Terrorist
That
Town.
guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay,
He is.
well, thank you for joining me, Mr. McLuckable.
Again?
And thank you for joining me, Proto Mario.
Oh, always a pleasure, Tom.
So, of course, I don't need to promote your channel, but go over to Proto Mario's channel for reviews, Pokemon theories, news stories, and cooking as well, and just many other videos.
I do so much different
You're
stuff.
just so talented, Proto. I can't handle
I
it.
have so much fun.
God. Wonder.
Cooking?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I get drunk and try to cook stuff.
That's even better.
Yeah, I burnt myself this week, actually.
Oh, wow.
Really badly on my stomach.
Ouch.
You know, Blaine wasn't joking when he said you better have a burn heel.
Your Charizard is poorly trained.
Zing!
Burn.
Oh yeah, Blaine? Well, you know what? Fuck your gym. You're a shitty gym leader.
That's what I would have said.
Yeah, why are we up on this volcano? It's a little bit dangerous, isn't it, Blaine?
He knew.
That episode, man. Just... What? Why are they up on a volcano?
Fire, Jim. Fire.
Why were they inside the volcano?
Fire, Jim.
What?
It's fire.
What happened?
Fire, magma, fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you, Mr. McLarkable, anything special coming up on the channel next week?
Not well. Not that I don't. Do you Minecraft, Proto, by any chance?
Yeah, I love Minecraft. but
Oh, right.
I don't play it that much. I just
Alright.
really like it.
Well, Joe hates
I-
it, sadly.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I did. I was in like a competition thing, ultra hardcore thing, which will be uploaded soon. But that's it, really. That's the only thing that's changing.
Wait a minute. What was this? What
Oh, it's on a server.
do you? So, do you actually like hate the game itself, or
No.
or do you hate the competition you're in?
Oh well, I'm not very good at it, but no, I know I like Minecraft. I like Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
I was
That's it.
like, because I know people who don't like it and they don't consider it a game. So I was just curious.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, how do you not consider it a game? I don't know, but whatever.
Weird. Okay, and with me, the final of Spider-Man: Web of Shadows will be uploaded next week, and the final part
Yeah.
of Donkey Kong Country 2 days afterwards.
Ooh.
So,
Yes.
as always, my LPs always finish in the same week, and I don't even try. But yeah,
Simpsons skateboarding.
and the Simpsons skateboarding will start up next week
Yes.
once Spider-Man
Oh,
is
boy.
done. It'll
Good.
be a hoot.
Love it. Can't wait.
Do you know you could be Spider-Man and Tony Hawk Pro Skater too?
Yes.
That's
Pew.
something. Get that airtime.
Okay, so thank you guys for joining me, and we will see you next week.
See ya.
Okay, thanks. Bye.